Oh, hi there. I think we're live now. Let me check. Hello, test. All right, so we're back. So yesterday we did our live, and today there's another live. So this is a bonus live for today. It's very unlikely. Normally we just do live streaming once a week, but today we have the energy to do another live. And today's topic is about how to anchor your ideas so they stick in the boardroom. So normally you spend hours and hours preparing on how you will pitch an idea. So maybe you're working in marketing or finance and you have this great idea that you would like to share with your team, but even if you over prepare, people still ask you to repeat yourself, and it's kind of frustrating. If you can pitch your ideas with rhythm, they get ignored. So even if you have a strong idea, if you don't know how to speak and phrase it in a way that it will be digestible or understandable, it will be hard for you to convey your message. So we need to learn how to anchor your ideas so they stick in the boardroom. So you will have a mark in your colleagues' thought or memory. So you will be memorable to your colleagues or teammates, to your boss, and the more you show that you have this talent to convey your ideas, you will get a chance to be promoted, and that's our goal. We want to be promoted or at least get a raise. So the first rule is you need to say your ideas in groups of three. So the rule of three states that uh, we have our brains are wired to remember three things. So it happens almost every day. So you might not notice it, but when you're watching movies and listening to stories, there are three parts. So we normally have we usually have the beginning, the middle, and the end. So there's a start, there's a middle, which is like the peak when you're watching Netflix movie. There's a start, there's a peak, like the climax, and there's ending. So it's the same. So our brains are wired to digest three or remember three things. For example, you can say, we have three priorities today: security, scalability, and speed. So, some of you might be working in IT. So, my last job or position is in IT, and we normally use these words: security, scalability, and speed. So we want our systems to be secure, scalable, meaning you start from a small thing and then you make it bigger and you develop it into a complex thing. And speed. So this is just an example for those who are working in IT. So you might have some topics about marketing. So if you're working in marketing, so you can say, today we're going to talk about ROAS or return on ad spend or marketing funnel and customer retention. So that's marketing. I always hear that from my friends in the marketing team. So that's it. If you have a meeting or you're trying to pitch an idea, use this technique. Okay, so you can use the rule of three. So always give them 3 points. So why does this work? It works because it creates a rhythm that sounds like a finished thought. It feels authoritative, authoritative and organized. So you're showing this image that you are a leader or you have the authority. So that's the first rule, okay? Rule of three. Number two, we have the flagpole technique or signposting. It's like you raise a flagpole. If you only remember one thing from this presentation, let it be this. So you deliver like a big announcement. Like here it is. So this is a psychological hook. So it signals to their brain that the most valuable information is coming now, right now. So if you need to remember one thing from this presentation, let it be this. And then you start to pitch the big idea. So that's like the meat of your presentation. So these days we don't want fluff. That's why you hear from other presenters they always say no fluff. So we're direct to the point, direct to the main topic, like the meat of the presentation. Next is the translation. Okay, so it's something technical. So you don't just say we are upgrading the server. So instead of saying we are upgrading the server, you say we are upgrading the server so that we reduce customer wait time by 20%. So normally, especially in IT, they don't remember the how, the what. They remember the why. So they should have some justification. They want to know the reason why. Why are we going to upgrade the server? So what's the point? The point is you don't want your customers to wait for too long. So it will reduce the customer wait time by 20%. So same thing in marketing. So maybe what you're saying is we're going to increase the budget for our social media presence because we want to increase sales by 20% or 30%. So it's proven that what we're doing right now is working. So we need to add something like a 30% or 20% budget in order for us to achieve more sales. So you are anchoring the technical how to the business why. So in the boardroom, the why is the only thing that sticks. So the big bosses, they always wait for the reason or the justification. Why are we doing this? So always remember to answer that question. Right. Again, so just to recap what we talked about, to anchor your ideas, the first rule is you use the rule of three. So group your points into threes, make them sticky. So it's like putting some sticky notes so that people will remember the three main points. So most of the time, if you use 4 or 5, people tend to forget. But 3 is the magic number. Second technique, the flagpole technique. So it's like you're going to the moon and you're planting that flag. So if you only remember one thing, let it be this one. Okay, so you're announcing that this is the big idea. So you are grabbing focus. And then number 3, the so that bridge. Always connect your action to a business result. So big bosses like that. So if you focus on why or the justification of why you are all doing this. So you justify why do you need to increase the budget or to upgrade the server or the equipment that you use for the business. So you state the reason why. And bonus tip, when you're speaking, try to lower the pitch towards the end of your sentence. Okay, most of the time we are developing this habit to have like an up talk. What do you mean by up talk? So you always rise towards the end of your sentence. And it could be sounding a bit unsure at times, okay? So in marketing, I think that's okay for marketing, but for some statements that you would like to establish this leadership image or authority, you would like to end your sentence with a lower pitch instead of always going up all the time. It sounds like you're asking a question instead of being declarative, or you would like to say or state something very important. So you try to lower your pitch towards the end. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. And we're going to have more live streams in the future. If you have questions, don't hesitate to leave us a comment. And this week, we're having a free 15-minute audit of your speaking style. So if you're interested, just click on the link below. There's a Calendly link that I put there, and you can schedule your meeting with me, like me, to evaluate or audit your speaking style. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.